Hi, I'm Jason Bellini in Beijing.
Well, that's what everyone is trying to figure out, and that's part of the popularity of this clip, is people watch it again and again, trying to figure out, is it reverse motion?
Senate leaders scramble to make changes to the financial rescue plan. Another thing's changed in the past 13 years since Don't Ask, Don't Tell was implemented.
Behind me right here is the hospital where Jessica Lynch was rescued. This is Jessica Lynch's dog tag. Aaron, 3 U.S. soldiers dead.
Do you think that transgender individuals need protection in the workplace? Do they deserve protection in the workplace?
You're pretty tough on Justin in this book.
No, not really.
Well, you say that he betrayed you.
Well, Cindy, the rain's still coming down, but here at LaGuardia, at least, the planes are still taking off. As much as the Obama campaign might want him to, the Reverend Jeremiah Wright isn't shunning the spotlight. Speaking at the National Press Club this morning, the pastor said criticism about his sermons is an attack on the black church.
Back up. Back up. You're interfering right now. Back up. Yes, you are. Back up.
They did not want me to see that image.
You know what? We don't want this to be seen, all right? You need to stay back.
You don't have a choice.
I knew that they had these injured civilians.
I'm allowed to be reporting this.
Why are you such a ghoul?
I'm not such a ghoul. I'm a journalist and I'm here to report.
We met some people today who are taking advantage of this state of anarchy, this virtual state of anarchy, to try to find answers to questions they only asked at their peril just a few days ago, questions about loved ones who are missing.
All afternoon, it went like this. Someone announces he's heard a voice, a call for help. This one coming from down in the well at what was the Iraqi intelligence headquarters. A mob rushes over to hear it for themselves. So loud, so excited, so unsilenceable the crowd, no one can really tell if there's anyone down there. Someone spots a hole in the ground, and throngs begin digging furiously.
Do you know for sure that there are people down there?
Yeah. Maybe thousands.
That's your son?
These are his son.
Is he here, you think?
The crowd is convinced that a subterranean prison exists here, still holding countless Iraqis abducted over decades by Saddam Hussein's secret police.
Anyone talk anything about Saddam Hussein, anything, they get him and his brothers, his sisters, his father, his mother, and get it in the jail.
And then here there's another hole.
Lieutenant Colonel Sanderson of the U.S. Army indulges what he suspects is but an urban legend.
Will make us feel better about it because, we may have people over here also, from the first Gulf War. And I just want to make sure we've covered every avenue. We've had infantry patrols all over this place looking around, making sure that we can just make sure we have a strong gut check before we leave here that we have not in any way, shape, or form overlooked anything. We're going to put a shaped charge in that will blow down to find out if there's another level below the building.
The charge reveals only dirt. One man shows photographs he claims he found inside the building before the U.S. Army arrived. He holds up keys and announces he knows where to find the doors that they unlock. The Army allows a small group of men to form a search party. Wading into a flooded basement, the men look over walls and behind doors, but ultimately find no locks to even try the keys.
Yes. Everybody says they know where the prison is. That is your brother?
Yes. These people desperately want to find lost loved ones. I mean, it's a big deal now.
They might be hearing ghosts.
I won't say that, but these people are glad to have their freedom back, and they're looking for all those people who lost their freedom.
In their searching, we sense a sad unwillingness to recognize the obvious. The echoes they hear are really their own voices. I've been in many a TV studio in my day, but never one where they make you put booties on over your shoes. Inside, it feels like a factory. Hundreds of workers toiling away at edit stations using the latest video server technologies to produce lots and lots and lots of television product.
How many hours do you work a day?
18 hours a day, he tells me, for all of the last 12 days. 18 times 7, that's 126 hours a week. He wouldn't tell me how much he gets paid.
They are not at the Tiananmen Square.
The director of CCTV sports coverage is proud of the industriousness of his 3,000 Olympic employees.
Everyone has his or her position in the control room.
You cannot leave the position.
What's his job?
This job is simply for rest. We are working here 24 hours a day, around the clock. And 你跟那个人说一下。
No, don't wake him up. Don't wake him up. CCTV's television superhighway does include a rest area for employees, but no blankets apparently. When do they get to go home?
They have to stay here.
For the entire Olympics?
Yes.
Wait, they don't get to go home for the entire Olympics?
For the entire Olympics, we have to stay at the hotels nearby.
CCTV is run by the Chinese government, and even under more ordinary circumstances, it's enormous, with a total of 16 channels. Soon, CCTV's headquarters will relocate to this building that's still under construction. It's reported to have almost as much square footage as the U.S. Pentagon. The viewers we talked to are proud of their state channel. The coverage is excellent. It's very comprehensive and professional, this man says. Others we spoke to have grown addicted. Definitely I should go to sleep at 10 o'clock, but the events aren't over, and I still want to watch some of the better events, like volleyball and basketball. Just as Chinese athletes are proving hard work pays off, China's broadcasters are showing they can show more, report more, and sleep less than the rest of the world's. From the moment you checked in, you knew the pink flight was no ordinary publicity stunt. Drag queens with names like Miss Rabina were introducing themselves as your flight attendants. You're going to be serving us and keeping us safe on this flight?
Looking after you every inch of the plane, darling.
Air New Zealand dreamed up a new way to stand out in the ultra-competitive airline industry, targeting a niche audience.
We feel that embracing the gay community is important. We would love them to travel on Air New Zealand to all our destinations.
The flight attendants, the pilots,
Georgia's first officer here, his name is Tony Hay.
even the airplane itself got in on the act.
This is our official final boarding call.
For their maiden pink flight, Air New Zealand teamed up with comedian Kathy Griffin. The airline got live in-flight entertainment. She got material for her reality show, My Life on the D-List.
If I don't get my kosher meal, I'm not going to be happy.
I know, I'm going to hear about it all night long. And I mean all night long.
It all felt about as unreal as reality television.
Here we go. This is one liquored up plane we're getting on.
What do you think of all these shenanigans?
I think it's kind of fun. It's a lot of, it was the kind of impetus to get us to do a trip to Sydney, which we've been talking about doing for a long time.
Who's us?
My partner here, Chris.
Hi, Chris.
Hello.
Nearly everyone on board was gay. As the guy sitting in front of me, Darren Rush, was a bit shocked to discover.
You had no idea?
I had no idea. I just thought it was going to be like a regular party. I had no idea what was going on. So, I mean, I'm totally ignorant to this stuff. I had other stuff going on, and I was just trying to book a cheap flight, and it just worked out to be the cheapest fare by far, so...
Oh my God, you're that guy.
I am...
He was on his way to see his girlfriend.
Do you think that you'll be gay by the end of the flight?
If everything keeps up the way it is, sure.
Okay, well, I'm going to be monitoring this from the seat behind you.
Absolutely. Well, I'm going to be monitoring from the seat in front of me, too. I'll say that much. But, yeah, I'll try to keep my...
I don't know what that means.
Shortly after takeoff, dinner was served.
Pure New Zealand beef. And I'm talking about the waitress.
You're very welcome. There you go.
Pink, yes. Better than your average airline meal? Not so much. Staying occupied during the pink flight was no problem. There were movies.
So there's these three people that are coming around now.
And a hot bodies contest.
What was your girlfriend saying?
She knows that I'm hers.
I love that the straight kid entered the competition. I kind of hope he wins. That would be genius.
Darren wasn't the crowd favorite. Kathy Griffin stole the show.
Last minute entry!
With our landing, Air New Zealand passed another aviation milestone, the gayest flight ever. Jason Bellini, CBS News on Logo, Sydney, Australia.